right. Have a nice day. All right, Parker, I'm gonna get going. I put the receipts in the drawer underneath the... Oh, no, Parker, I have to go.
It's fine. Leave me in my hour of need.
I am not leaving you, Parker. I have a show in 2 hours, which you know because you went to it the other night.
Well, yeah. So why do you have to go again?
Goodbye, Parker.
Cece, I have listened to your relationship problem for a year. Maybe you could listen to mine for a change? No, you're right. I am sorry I asked. You go do your little theater thing.
For the love of God. I thought I was the dramatic one. All right, go on. Let's do this.
It's fine. You should go.
Parker.
The thing is, Chuck and I have been together for a while now. And I get it. I totally get that he wants it to be more.
I don't understand why people think I'm the go-to person for relationship advice. I mean, you've seen my track record, right?
Because you're here. And I need someone to talk to. Besides, didn't your worst date turn out to be the best thing that ever happened to you? And you've gone on lots of dates. Do you know the last time that I went out on a date with someone other than Chuck?
Please. I know you, Parker.
Oh, what, because I'm a gay man? That means I screw around?
No, I didn't mean it like that. You've only really been with Chuck?
Of course not. Cece, look at me. I'm like if Harvey Fierstein and John Barrowman had a more fabulous love child.
Oh God, that is never leaving my head.
The point is, Cece, that since I've been with Chuck, I haven't wanted to be with anybody else.
Go tell him that.
I can't. And yes, I know that makes me sound like a complete twat.
Oh, I knew what that means now.
Oh, good, you're learning.
Listen, you love him. All right? I've seen you two together at Thanksgiving, at the show. You just don't want to admit that you love him because that's diving into the deep end and taking a big risk. I get it.
You make it sound so hetero.
You can't choose who you fall for and when, Parker. Love is love is love is love.
Really? You're gonna Lin-Manuel me right now.
Listen, I have to go. But I think that the reason you're freaking out is because you've already made up your mind. You want my advice? Pull a CC. Follow your heart. What could go wrong?
Have you seen your life?
Of course. Gotta go.
But you're miserable.
Living the dream.
Attention Orange Line passengers. We are experiencing minor delays in service due to a disabled train.
Of course. So I'll just wait. I'm sure another train will be by soon. Assuming a leaf doesn't fall on the track.
Or rain.
Yeah, or snow or wind. You know, you can't expect the train to run if there's stuff happening.
Where are you going in such a hurry?
I have a show at BU in 45 minutes. 43.
Oh, what show?
Oh, some little thing. I have a small part, but... Oh my God, you're Larry Stark. What are you doing here? I didn't mean to say that I had a small part. You know, no small parts, only... You're Larry Stark.
So they tell me.
Yes, but it's a thing. I've been looking for you, and now you're here, sitting next to me, and... Hi, I'm Cece. It's an honor to meet you.
I'm Larry.
Why are you here?
I'm going to the Lyric. They're doing a play called...
Oh, Stop Kiss.
Yes.
Are you reviewing it? I heard it's wonderful. My theater coach is performing in it.
Oh, you're an actress.
Well, I'm starving, so that counts for something.
Starving is good. It inspires you.
Yeah, the whole starving artist thing is fun until you're approaching 30, and then that little voice inside your head, which sounds an awful lot like your mother, starts to tell you maybe it's time to be a little bit more Vivian and a little less Desh.
I led a sheltered life.
Oh, no, they're my friends. You came to a show of mine the other night at Playwrights. Your laugh is very distinctive.
So they tell me.
Well, it's wonderful. It's a really good feeling to be backstage and know that someone's enjoying the show. I get the impression you see a lot of shows.
Oh, yeah. 142 last year. Yeah.
That's a lot of plays.
I'm slowing down a little. I've only seen 75, 76 if this train arrives.
Where do you even find that many shows to see?
Peter Brook says, if a person walks across an empty space while another one watches, that's all that's necessary for an act of theater to take place. In Boston, if someone walks, I watch.
Seems like every show I've done lately has been in some tiny black box.
But a black box, you can see a lot more detail than you can from the second balcony of the Wang Center.
Yeah, my coach says the same thing. I like it, and I like the show that I'm in. It's just when the bills start rolling in, you long for a proscenium and a paycheck.
And you're paying those bills with acting? You must be new here.
I quit my job and everything.
I suspect you're deciding that's not a very good decision.
It crossed my mind. It looks like we're not going to get out of here anytime soon. What would you say to a lift?
I would say, great. Cece, no one does it for money. Not in Boston, anyway. I tell people, if you stay in Boston, you'll get parts. You won't get any money, but you'll act. And that's the only way to grow.
True. And I do love what I do, but still it would be nice to find a show that paid.
Well, of course. But if you're not getting paid, the only way to do it is to do it because you love it.
It's a nice thought.
I once counted 100 companies working here in Boston. Old ones like the Lyric, or little places like the Boston Actors Theater. Or the Porpentine Players did 2 plays and then just disappeared. Boston is really a big repertory company, a family, and the excitement is in the game of doing it.
You've been a part of this community for so long. I would love to hear your thoughts.
No. Okay, Harry Ritchie at Tufts, he once said, I can take anyone who really wants to do the work, and in 1 semester I can teach him everything he needs to be a good actor. Then it's your demand for parts, your interest in doing the work that will make you what you are.
Well, my friend Vivian and my mother think that any theater without a proscenium is just some rinky-dink community theater.
Maybe not. I've seen shows with great sets that were terrible. I've seen things in black boxes that took my breath away. Happy Medium did a play last year in someone's living room.
Oh, I heard about that.
If your audience cares more about the set and the seats than your performance, you're not a very good show.
This is true. So 142 plays. Do you review them all?
Some. Not much anymore.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Don't stop now, much.
Somebody once told me that you don't review something if you don't like it.
The world is full of critics. I review plays. I'd rather just tell people what I saw and let them decide whether they'd like to see it.
Well, what if you liked the show, but not someone in the cast?
Well, if I liked the show, it'd probably take a lot of bad acting for me to notice. Bad acting comes down to not listening. You can tell when an actor's not listening, you're not doing the work. And if I notice that, I don't say, gee, we gotta go see this great actor.
Of course.
You said I saw your show? Did I like it?
Well, you laughed. Yes, I think you liked it.
Well, that's good.
You didn't mention me, though, which, given what you just said...
Now it makes...
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, gosh. I'm embarrassed. I shouldn't have put you in that awkward position. I shouldn't have asked.
Would it help if I told you I didn't remember you?
Not really?
I'm 84, Cece. I'm sure you were wonderful. Have you been worrying about this all this time?
No. Yes. Oh, God, I'm an idiot. And I'm embarrassed. And I'm feeling a little self-centered. I'm just... this acting thing has not been going the way I thought it would. I'm stressing out a bit.
But you cover it so well.
Are you sassing me, Mr. Stark?
There's this actress, Jennifer Pelletier.
Oh, I love her. I worked with her last year.
Well, I saw her in 2 shows at the factory before those bastards closed it.
She's really sweet.
Well, what I said to her was, you're doing very good, but your directors don't know what to do with you. You're so busy making that powerful emotional explosion that you're not listening to what goes on. Slow down. And, well, she listened, and she's become one of the best and pleasantest people in the theater all across Boston.
That's wonderful. Are you giving me advice, Mr. Larry Stark?
In general, I try not to give advice. What do I know about acting?
I get the distinct impression that you do remember my performance.
I'm only one opinion, Cece.
Yes, but that opinion comes with experience.
When I came to Boston, one of the first things I learned was the definition of the word indicating.
Indicating.
I'm going to pick up my cane. Watch me pick up my cane. Notice how I pick up my cane. You do that with your lines, and it doesn't have anything to do with what goes on around you. You're calling attention to yourself, and you're pretending to have an emotion.
So you're saying I indicate?
I love to act. Listen to me talk about how much I love to act.
Look at how I quit my job because I love to act.
You read your lines very well, Cece, but what's true in writing is true on stage. Show, don't tell.
My mother wants me to go on this job interview that she set up. I'm worried it will be a further distraction from what I really want to do.
It seems to me that you're distracted already. You're a starving artist, after all.
So, should I take the job?
I can't tell you what to do, Casey. What I can say is this. When you put something on stage, it happens. It starts, it goes on, it stops, and you bow. But the next day, a whole new bunch of people come in and see you do it all over again. I'm the last person in the cast that gets cast. I'm the audience. Even if your audience consists of family or friends or fellow actors or tired old reviewers who like to giggle, we're all part of your cast, and all opinions are equal when the lights go on. The first basic rule of theater is listening to other people. Otherwise, just indicate.
Hey, sorry I'm late. I'll be there in a few minutes. I just ran into Larry Stark.